in singles action with the defending champion back in action here on court 2. Ahn Se-young taking on Putri Kusuma Wardani of Indonesia, the 6th seed here. And so long since she last lost a match in singles, so dominant. But now at the back end of the tournament, can she keep that going as she looks to defend the title? The woman has defended the title since Tai Tzu-ying did it in 2018. And it could be whoever comes through this with Chun Yu-fei. We saw earlier here on court 2, ending the run of Pompowi Jochuong. Came through that really tough first game and then through into the other 2 quarterfinals to come later on. Another former champion, Yamaguchi Akane, in action last year's runner-up Wang Ziyi, also there in the bottom section of this women's singles draw. But the top half, right at the top, is going to be our focus here. Next up, with the defending champion Ahn of Korea Republic, looking to make progress through to the possibility of that semi-final with Chun, should she win through.
Indonesia, the number 6 seed, Putri Kusuma Wardani.
Such a global superstar, and see the run she's on, and that's the challenge for her opponent here. Extremely good player in herself, 6th in the world, riding high in the race. Putri Kusuma Wardani of Indonesia will present a tough opposition, but we'll get into this head-to-head. Put it up for you in a moment. It doesn't make happy reading for her, it's fair to say. To be honest, most players, their head-to-heads don't make very happy reading with Ahn. There it is. We'll get into it in a bit more detail in a moment, but let's have the coin toss first. And never beaten that, as you say there. 8-0 to Ahn. Guy McCree here, delighted to be joined again by double standout Selina Piek here. Selina, good day to you. Good one to come in on, first of all, with the star. I mean, you could say the biggest star in the sport right now, full stop, Ahn Se-young.
100%. I can only admit that I'm a little bit jealous of her. Would be amazing to have as many wins as she has under her belt. But yeah, she's a huge star for a sport. A very nice star, able to speak a little bit more English recently, which we love to see as badminton fans. And I look forward to another entertaining quarterfinals.
Yeah, and this is what she's been doing. This is the title defense. Mentioned Tai Tzu-ying was the last woman to defend the All England title in 2018. That's what Ahn is looking to do here. And a couple of pretty straightforward wins. She'll be pleased with that, because as we've seen, the top seeds here with the nature of the draw early round, you can be vulnerable if you're not at it, but she has been.
Yeah, but also looking at her win-loss record in 2026, she hasn't lost a single match, so confidence must be high. But like you said, you need to stay on top of that. You need to be mentally sharp. You need to go all in for every match, because it's so easy to lose focus. And we have seen some huge surprises along the way in the tournament. So, but I'm pretty sure Ahn Se-young would like to prevent that from happening.
Indeed. She's got a top player against her here with respect to those 2 that we've seen in the draw. This is a step up for her in a sense, because Wardani in her career is still just 23 years of age. I mean, at that career high rank is very good right now. Has got a lot of options in her game.
A lot of potential, like you said. Yeah, a lot of options, a lot of potential. Only 23 years old, quarterfinal at the All England, number 6 in the world. That is some impressive stats to have when you're only 20 years old.
Yeah, broke that long-standing medal drought for Indonesia in women's singles as well at the World Championships last year, the bronze medal. Got that retirement, I mean, just 5 minutes with Blichfeld, who had that knee problem she was carrying in. But then the win over Kim of Korea Republic, there 50 minutes, getting her some match time in the conditions. So important coming into this one.
Yeah, exactly. Getting some extra court time, especially if you had retirement in your first round. It's not nice. Probably she had some training hours instead that day, but you know, it's always nice to feel the conditions on different kind of courts, different kind of days, I would say. So let's see how she will be ready for this match.
Yeah. Nonoguchi, our umpire for this one from Japan, and the service judge here is Alan Crowe of England. So building up to this one. It's those head-to-heads as well, isn't it? Talked about it in the first women's quarter-final. Just similar, I mean, even more advanced. Was it 15-1, but 8-0? It's a big thing, isn't it? The start for Wardani is going to be so important.
Indonesia.
Yes, big boots to fill today, but then again, there's no pressure.
On my left,
she can play freely,
Anseon,
and I would
Korea.
maybe even try to see it as a training match.
Anseon to serve, level, play.
Defending champion in action.
One love.
Quarterfinals in the women's singles here. And So Young, the star that she is. In the Republic here, taking on the Indonesian, the world number 6, Putri Kusuma Wardani, for a semi-final spot here in Birmingham. And Korean Selena Piek taking you through this one here. Now, you can't get away from the head-to-head. We talked about it in the warm-up, but also it's just the aura, the individual head-to-head, but then you just look the other side of the court with, you talked about it, the fact she just hasn't lost a match in, it seems like a lifetime. September last year, singles. Last time for a loss. Overall, even further back, what was it, the 90% win rate plus?
It's amazing.
I mean, just silly numbers overall in this
just
of crazy
numbers, but it's there.
Yeah.
And numbers don't lie.
It's that consistency as well, isn't it? As well.
And that's something that's ridiculously tough to maintain, especially on a high level. But Wardani's here off to a good start. Leading 3-1. A few mistakes from Anseon.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. We'll always view it that way. For all say the 8 previous meetings have ended in defeat for her.
Yeah, and exactly. I just mentioned. I would like her to see this view like a training match. You have nothing to lose. Put in the extra work you have done in training before that. Try out some different things. Try to put your opponent under a huge amount of pressure. And just start by making small goals, by maybe taking a set of her.
Yeah, it's an interesting mentality. I mean, in your career, did you ever have that where you came in with a really, really lopsided, when you played Robin or whatever, you know, lopsided head-to-head, maybe not quite like that, where you would, I guess you'd look to adopt that mentality in an next match to try and get that victory?
Yeah, of course. I've also played against great opponents who had a really, really solid head-to-head against us. But then you play so many tournaments, so you also, there's a huge chance that you play against each other more often, especially when you're doing well. So. And you shouldn't forget, your opponent is also human. They can also have a bad day. And this is a good rally. Wow.
Yeah.
Well placed.
Inch perfect. Early challenge here. I can understand why she's challenging. It looked good to us for a man, but it is being challenged by Wardani. 2 challenges per game for each player. If you are unsuccessful, you lose the challenge. If you are successful, you keep it. Can understand why she's going early with it here. That's good.
The accuracy of being world number 1. Right on her screen.
4-3. Play.
there as well.
3.
Just makes it look so easy.
Almost effortless.
Service over.
That one just misses out. A couple of really accurate plays from Anne. That's a clever shot there. Clever shot from Wardani.
Yeah, really clever. Moving on around the court and taking the shuttle as high as she could. And she added a nice bit of spin. Making it impossible here, this one. Look how short that was, how tight it felt behind the net. That's the kind of quality you need to produce when you're playing an opponent as An Se-young.
Grimace there from Anne at that one. Work out the way she wanted, obviously. It's such as the standards that she sets that when she misses shuttle like that, you're wondering why.
Pop.
And then answering with a shot like that.
6-0.
That is what world-class players do. For Anne, it's all about, I think, staying sharp, staying focused, because she is the one to beat in this tournament. That's a shame. I like the idea, though.
7,
I like that Wardani is aggressive in this particular rally.
Leader 2 here then for the defending champion, not just winner last year, but a winner, of course, in 23, the first All England title.
Wow, that is beautifully placed.
9-6.
Look at it, a little bit of a fly drop shot.
And again, it's just never like she's out of her comfort zone with it either, like she's having to push to make that winner there. Just total cruise control. And that too.
Cruise control and taking the right moment
10,
to change speed.
6.
And that's what makes her so dangerous.
Yeah, very deliberate.
Exactly, combine that with really good accuracy. Because we've seen some crazy shots hitting the line there as well.
No, that's wide. Not the accuracy that Anne's managed, and it's allowed the number 1 here to pull out here to an 11-6 lead at the mid-game interval. This is the last point before the mid-game interval, as it turned out here from Wardani, trying to pull across it cross-court, but doing too much. That's why she trails by 5 at the moment here. 11-6 to Anne, just 8 minutes of play.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
10 of the last 13 after just taking a few points, you know, even for the best in the business, just taking a few points to get going, but now seems set here. This point 5 clear of Wardani.
11-6. Play.
Yeah, back on the point about the win streak and everything else, it was September. It was Yamaguchi at the Korea Open was saying earlier was the last loss. That is an awful long time ago because of the point you make, Selena. They play so much. It's not like she's been off the BWF World Tour. She's been playing 34 matches in a row.
Yeah, that's some crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. It's almost like it doesn't matter where she's going to play.
Or who.
Or who.
And you've got a player who's 6th in the world here. And she's controlling proceedings up to 7 now, the lead for Anne, thanks to this.
Must be such a nice feeling when you know what you're capable of and the amount of confidence she needs to bring with her to every tournament.
What was your biggest win streak?
40.
No clue.
Nothing like that. 34 matches. I mean, that's just silly. We keep using the word silly, crazy, insane.
I would have signed up for it directly. Trust me on that. But then sometimes it's also some losses also help me in regrouping, in setting new goals, and taking off a little bit of pressure. But
50.
the way she's playing now, she doesn't seem bothered by any kind of pressure at all.
Same outcome. Wow, indeed. I mean, you could see Wardani there, she's trying. I mean, you can break it down a bit more for Selena, but she's trying a bit differently, trying to get depth, trying to push and back, clearing deep, but whatever she's trying here, I mean, it's the same result in the end.
Yeah, and that's the tough part of playing An Se-young. You need not only one good shot, you don't need only 2 good shots, you need 10 good shots to score points on her. Because those easy mistakes, those ain't coming. She's not giving away any gifts. But that rally was one of the best rallies we've seen in this match so far.
It's a surprise when she misses.
Service over.
Yeah, but maybe that long rally beforehand made her a bit tired as well. And I think that's what Wardani should do here.
Oh, it definitely seemed to be that way the previous rally there, where she was trying to extend it out, trying to clear deeper. And real heights.
Nice. Very well played by Wardani. This is exactly what she needs to do. I feel like she's upping up her pace a little bit, because if you're playing too slow to An Se-young, she has way too many options. But here she's pushing on in her deep forehand corner and directly finishing off with a reverse drop shot, stretching her opponent.
Okay. Thank you.
And this is very, very well played.
8-16. Service over. 17.
Still a lead of 9 here.
Service over. 9-17.
Took that beautifully, just took the rally out of neutral.
18-9.
Yeah, beautiful shot. But it was Wardani who was in control this rally and dictating the rally a bit more. But then it's the quality, the shot quality.
You're
again,
never safe.
exactly what makes the difference. And the fact that she has so many options from every corner.
Yes, yes. It's been well documented, hasn't it, with Anne, how she added the more talked about it, resulting in all the big titles, the Olympic gold, more aggressive elements to her game.
And as well, there was a great backhand to play.
Just got, as you say, Selena, it's got so many different ways that she can win points.
9.
So many options, but also she never seems bothered if she's losing a point. So her mentality is also really, really strong. And that's so important when you're a top player, to have a great mindset, a good mentality.
Service over. 10-19.
A bit of frustration there with it, but as you say, it's that ability, misses occasionally with that, but it's that champion's mindset that in that position she'll do it, she'll go again, stay aggressive. There's no backing off because you miss one or two. That's what separates the very best. She is that.
Yeah, I feel like she stays hungry. And that's something you always need to have. It's so easy for her to think, ah, I've won it already. I don't need another title. But no. She always enters a tournament to win the tournament. And that's the only mindset you should have as a player.
And has always had that, the countering, the defence, and so young, and needed it there to take that point.
This is what we love to see, right?
11.
Great defending skills.
Love to hear that reaction as well. Woo.
Yeah. As a badminton lover, you can only admire those kind of skills, right?
You're not the only one who reacts like that, I think, in the crowd. She's got so many supporters. She's got 9 game points now, Anne. And Wardani looking to be aggressive. Goes too hard with that, and that is the opening game gone in this one. In favour of the defending champion. Commanding so far. 21-11. The advantage for the world #1. That opening game over Wardani. Set the tone early on, had that huge lead and never really looked back. 19 minutes so far, and halfway therefore towards another semi-final here. Some encouraging moments, though, for Wardani is that if you look at the end of that opening game, I mean, she was a long way back, 10 points back, but actually you were highlighting upping her pace a little bit, extending Anne a bit more. You've got to keep doing that. You can't just say, OK, I'll just roll here to a straight games loss. There was clarity of thought from her, what she was trying to do.
Exactly. And this is the way she should approach this game. See, there's a learning experience, try to implement some of the shots you have been training, trying to up your pace a little bit, trying to put on under pressure. And we've seen some very good rallies actually from Wardani. And I don't think the score is really reflecting, because it looks very easy, but we have seen actually some good rallies, and I would like to see her doing that a little bit more and take those easy mistakes out. And that's the only way when you put on a little bit more under pressure.
20 seconds.
It's going to be key for her, of course, to try and start. I mean, the start of that opening game was tighter, and it was really then that Anne pulled away. At the end of it, more encouraging for Wardani. Chance here to start again in the second game from her perspective.
Play.
Space to begin game 2. And
well intercepted there. I think the clear from Wardani was a little bit too short, and unintercepted it well. Here, look at it. She only needed one jump.
Caught the net.
Love.
Court surface dried. It's difficulty while we get it dried here. Selena, you talked about that in singles or doubles, about clearing as well. That actually got relatively low margin at this level. I mean, you look, I'm just bringing that point into you with Wardani here, what she's tried to do as the match has gone on. Clear deeper, but actually there's not a lot of slack there, especially against who she's up against, of course, here.
No, it sounds easy, but it's so difficult. It's those fine margins. But it's also what's setting a point up. They're playing with quality, looking for that corner, so looking for those lines. And that's really the difference between a good player and outstanding player, especially those who can do it the entire game. And this is the quality.
Service over.
And she brings it over and over again. And she has not bothered when she just made an easy mistake for her books. She just keeps on going, keeps on believing, keeps on looking for those lines.
Service over. 2, 3.
That's what I meant. She's not putting it away. The easy one. No, she's pushing it away to the corner. So your opponent is nowhere near there. Here, look at the follow-up. And then putting it away to the corner.
Five, 2.
Wardani's overdoing a little bit the shots at the moment.
Well, that's the natural danger, isn't it, as well, that even against someone so good as this, that maybe you just feel like you need to do a little bit more actually than you need to.
And it is also true. But if it's resulting in too many errors, then I would like her to go a little bit back, away from those lines.
this is the thing. I mean, you still got to remember your opponent here as a human being, even if she's been winning everything in sight in over 30 matches in a row that she's won, but it's difficult.
It's very difficult because you see the last shot she played was in the middle of the court and it got directly punished. Probably we're going to see it now with the challenge, but I think it hit the line once again.
Get it confirmed. I'm with you, Selena. I think this is good, and there we go. Spot on.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Yeah, it just brings its own pressure, because the thing is now, okay, you think I've got to go for more.
And that's a danger part of playing someone who is so good as An Se-young. You need to be as precise as you can be, but it shouldn't be resulting in too many mistakes, because then you're making it even easier for your opponent.
Service over, 3-8.
And I got touch. As well. On his racket.
Service over,
An almost looked like a mixed doubles player there.
3.
Hunting the net, closing down the entire net. Nice return.
Good return there, yeah.
Service over, 4-9.
A little bit of misjudgment there.
Service over,
She did well trying to stay alive in that rally by defending well, but those misjudgments are not helping.
service over, 5-10.
Looking good here. Top seed on Wardani here to take the lead again at a mid-game interval. Frankly, doesn't need that sort of fortune as well, the way she's playing, but she'll take it anyway. And does move through to the mid-game interval, this time with a lead of 6 over Wardani. Serving long again, and this is how that last point before the mid-game interval ended. 21-11 and 11-5 now for the defending champion. Just 28 minutes in here.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Okay, thank you. (11-5), play.
Just missed that, but I like to see those kind of shots.
5.
Really well played by Wardani. Really like the tight net shot once again,
6,
setting herself up.
12.
Look at it, because look at this net spin. And then still managed to get it back. So that's exactly what it takes to be on the scoreboard.
Delicate touch.
Over.
Yeah, really nice change of pace there.
6.
Not going in with a lot of power, but then holding the shot at the net and blocking it, dumping it in front of your opponent. And this is what she's so good at, because she can go in easily, but she can also make this change in speed with her legs and change the speed with her racket. Wow.
Oh, the speed of Wardani.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an incredible point from her there. How she kept it alive as much as the finish.
I really like her work ethic here. She didn't give up. Look at it. Some great defensive skills. Really well done by this young lady.
Play. Over. 15-7. Service over.
With the service.
15.
She's shown here in patches against Dan. As I say, 6 in the world, right? You know, you use that word with Wardani at the outset, Selena, about potential that she's got. And that's an interesting take for me because, you know, it's 6 in the world, you say potential, but that's the thing, how she can still do more.
100%. And she's also displaying it in some parts of the game. If she can up that consistency, then she has a really, really bright future.
Yeah, because you're seeing it, you're against the very, very best player in the game here. And I'm with you as well. I think this scoreline is a little harsh on her. Probably worth a few more points in both games so far, Wardani. And it is what it is. And she is clinical, ruthless. That's qualities of the very best. It's another one that she has.
8.
Yeah, I feel like when the opponent is catching up, then she adds more pace into the next shot, and more pace, and more pace. And that's what sets her apart, I would say, from the rest of the players at the moment.
Yeah, no question, though, Wardani has shown her quality here. I mentioned that bronze medal at the World Championships. 10 years that Indonesia waited for a medal in the women's singles there.
18.
Going back to, I think it's the 2015 World Championships, Linda Weni Finetri won the bronze there, but Wardani ending the wait for another medal. Elite stage of the Worlds. Apologise immediately going
9.
Shuttle
18.
straight at Anne.
Some nice net skills here from both ladies.
Ah! 10, 18. Oh! 11, 18.
Service choice and a kind of quizzical look from Anne.
A little bit of trickery.
Yeah.
Not too happy with the way that played out. But you know, she's making an enforced error. And then the next rally, she plays
19.
such a good quality shot
Go.
again. It's almost like she's unbothered. And she knows, like, it doesn't matter because I have so many skills inside of me to get this over the line.
Yeah, as you've been saying, Selena, from your own experience, I mean,
Fast over.
it's the thing that marks out. I mean, not just Anne, but the very best players is that ability. And when she makes a mistake like that, there is no lingering effect of it. They're so good at just moving on to the next point and committing to it.
Yeah, like this. But also looking at the scoreline, she has also the room to play
Service over.
along.
20, match point.
The interesting thing
13.
about Anne is she's not playing along for a long time.
No.
You know, she can go straight back to business.
7 match points. Oh, that's an awkward
Service over. 14,
slip there.
20.
Reaching forward for that. It's okay there.
Must have hurt the knees a little bit.
It's just the extension, isn't it? On the, the point about the flooring. Spent a long time down there in the end, sliding through on the knees there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the knees that have troubled her a lot in the past, but I don't see any strapping on at the
14,
moment, which is a
20.
very good sign.
Play.
Second match point here. And that'll do it. That's another comprehensive win. The familiar reaction. Another one. Keeps on going here. It's so impressive. Privileged to watch these performances put together by the best in the sport right now, and staying firmly on track, trying to become the first woman since 2018, Tai Tzu Ying, to defend this All England title. And she's a couple of matches away from doing that now. An Se-young. That is the victory for the world #1 over Putri Kusuma Wardani. This is how it finished. Straight games for Anne, and she remains very much here the woman to beat in this draw. Has beaten their player 6 in the world Championship bronze medalist.
Look at that reaction. That is something we love to see.
Every win means so much for her. Just loves it.
And it still does. And that is incredible. And I hope she continues to feel like this for many, many more years.
Hunger unsated there for An Se-young. And she turns to a legion of fans there, can reflect on another straight game success for the world number one. 21-11, 21-14, and 38 minutes into the semi-finals here once again at the All England. About the legion of fans that she's got all around wherever she goes. An Se-young, so popular. No difference here in that statement, that situation here in Birmingham. So, number one safely through in the women's draw. Next up, we're going to the men's doubles, all Malaysian duel here, with Man and T to take on Chia and So. 6 seeds against the 2nd seeds. Expecting this one to be really tight, and we'll have it for you very shortly. So much culture around here, the bull ring as well here in Birmingham, in terms of elite level shopping experiences. And those players there, the big prize money points on offer here as well, opportunity to go to the shops as well with what they're earning here at the end of the tournament, especially those moving on in this draw. Already 3 semi-finalists known on this court across the draws. And we're going now to the doubles mixed a little bit later, but the men's doubles next up now with this all Malaysian duel here. It's been very tight between these two pairings. We'll get into that in a moment. In the past, actually 4 times last season, and split those meetings. Just 1 win between them, 4-3 overall in favour of Chia and So, who are trailblazers, really. Historical figures already for Malaysia in badminton with their World Championship success a few years ago as well.